Hey guys, it's Cholo. I'm back here to lie to you again about how often I'm going to upload. I always say it's going to be every Friday, and so far the past month it's been, I couldn't even tell you, uh, very randomized, just whenever I feel like it. So let's fire this money up real quick, and we got something to talk about. There's no fight challenges today. There's nobody that I'm offering $5,000 to come fight me for or anything like that. I want to talk about Chris Chan. Yeah, it's a big thing on the internet right now. Fucking monsters on the loose. Let's get this money cracking and we'll talk. There we go. Fun fact, I've been on a tolerance break. I've been on a tolerance break for 2.5 weeks. And I got some dabs yesterday, and I smoked 2 dabs. And I felt like I was on another planet. It was wonderful. And this was my first blunt in about 3 weeks, so yeah, there we go. Anyways, let's talk. Chris Chan is out. He's on the loose. I made a prediction video about what was going to happen to Barb, what Chris Chan might do to her. We first heard about him getting released into the wild, and I think the general consensus was that he was in a group home. I think that's still where he's at. But I recently watched some videos. I think it was Kiwi. I can't remember. I watched a few update videos on Chris Chan. You guys know who all the guys are in the troll community, keeping track of the locales. Kiwi, they're smoky. Audento makes great stuff. Blue Sapphire. And all these guys are just great. Shoot. Trying to watch my language. Anyways, let's talk before I forget what I'm here for. Chris Chan is on the loose. Been seen at the mall. Been seen at a game store or game place. There's pictures of him. And that's scary. He's a rapist. I could give a fuck less if he's autistic. He is a rapist. Every rapist deserves to be in prison getting their nuts cut off. That's just what should happen. Chris Chan as well. Now that he's loose, and if I'm not mistaken, somebody has seen a light on in his bedroom, and one of his shitty hand-drawn posters is up on the wall or something. It just makes me think that he's been home or he's seen Barb. How could the charges possibly be dropped against somebody that raped his mother? That's infuriating. Not that Barb is a good person, but it's just the fact that it is a crime what he did, and it's hecking immoral and disgusting. If you think about it, he got an erection. He held that erection. He penetrated Barb. Never got, well, I can't say that, but so he was able to keep his erection and perform intercourse until ejaculation. In what world do ejaculation and thinking about loving your mother come into the same train of thought? That's vile. Anyways, this is kind of going to be a prediction video as well. It seems that Chris and Barb have made contact with one another, or Chris sought Barb out. I don't know how long it's going to be. I'm thinking still within a month. So within the next 30 days, I think we're going to get a breaking news story. Barb Chandler found murdered in her home. I think Chris is going to sexually assault her again. And I think he may do it 2-3 times. And of course, I think once that happens, he'll be back online. He'll be back making contact. And I was never big into Christery. I always had more fun watching Cyrax, but it seems the Chris Chan shit is just getting way too intriguing at the moment. I think he's going to sexually assault her a couple times. He's going to get online and he's going to tell someone what he's done. He can't keep his mouth shut. We know that. Excuse me. We know that he can't keep his mouth shut. And once he makes contact with the internet, he talks about sexually assaulting her again. I think somebody's gonna say something to Chris, tell him, I'm gonna call the cops, Chris. You're gonna be in trouble, Chris. And I think that's gonna set him off. And in his mind, he's gonna need to hide the evidence. Which I think that's going to mean he kills her. I don't know how. Probably put a pillow over her face, smother her. He's going to try some stupid shit that he's seen in a movie, which is just going to scare and hurt her. Maybe try to strangle her. Choke. He's only going to end up choking her for a little bit, which is just going to hurt and scare her. And I don't know. I just think he's going to murder Barb. And we're going to get a story that after he does so, I think he's going to sexually assault her body. I think he's going to sexually assault her body. And probably spend a couple days with her. It's gross, disgusting. He's gonna spend a couple days with her, and he's gonna let it slip. He's gonna tell somebody on the internet what he's done, and eventually that's how the cops are gonna get involved. I feel like this is already a foregone conclusion. I feel like the writing has been on the wall for so long. I can't be the only one that feels like this. I know there's got to be others out there that think his story is going to end just exactly how I'm saying. sexual assault, murder, the rest of his life in a penitentiary. And rightfully so. Look at his early life. Look at his teenage years, his 20s, 30s. His whole life has been on the internet. How fitting would it be that because of the things that he has done and posted on the internet, that the internet is going to be taken away from him for the rest of his life by being in prison. It's poetic, and I don't see how a story could end any other way. I've turned that water off. I can almost see a documentary now, maybe. Turkey Tom did a fantastic one recently. Shouts out to Turkey Tom. It makes phenomenal videos. I can see somebody though making a 5-hour documentary on Chris, and it's gonna be the same. We've all seen the multiple hour-long documentaries made by other channels that some have this information, some have this information, some has this, some has this, but through watching them all, you get the whole picture. You like that? That was cool, huh? You get the full picture, and it's almost like the ending has already been, it's already been written. It just has to be played out. Chris is going to go through all the things that he went through with Isabella Jank, with Solid Chris, Liquid Chris, just everything. The freakouts with Bob, everything. His interview with the Gamer from Mars, which was a great video. Shouts out to him. But I mean, he's done so many, there's just so much information about him, and I can see it all being compiled into one long video. And right at the end, when you see he sexually assaults Barb, gets arrested, goes to jail for a year and a half or so that he's been in, when he comes out, imagine watching this on TV. He gets loose, he goes to a group home and tries to assimilate or whatever, and within the first 3 months of being released from the jail, he sexually assaults, murders, and spends time with his mother's dead body before being arrested and resentenced to life in prison. It sounds like a movie, because it is. It just has to play out. Just has to play out, that's all. And this weed is really, really good. Yeah, I guess that's really all I needed to say. Just that he's gonna end up murdering Barb and hanging out with her dead body and probably sexually assaulting her dead body, at least in the first day or so after she's dead. I just don't see how else this could go. It has to all be leading up to something. All the little events, all the little steps that motherfucker has taken, all the little steps that Butthead has taken. I'm trying to watch my language. They've all been building and culminating to this one giant event. I don't know what else to say. Thank you for watching. If you made it to the end, I appreciate it. I really hope this video gets out there, gets a little bit of traction. Um, I've been thinking about this, for a couple days. I wanted to make sure I really got all of it out, everything that I wanted to say. Uh, yeah, I've been the cholo, and you've been the person at the other side, on the other side, watching this video, and I appreciate that more than you know. Every single one of you out there. We're gonna try a new end line. You guys out there, stay pimping, pimping,